Ugh. I was so frustrated. I was tired. I was up to my armpits in mud, and nothing was working out the way I had hoped. You see, an underground water pipe had let go, and oh, what a mess. The first time I saw him, he was walking toward me with a cheerful smile and a massive pipe wrench in his hand. Without the slightest hesitation, he bellied down in the mud, and together we stopped the leak. I was new in the community, and he was the kind of neighbor that everyone deserves, but seldom gets. For the next year or so, we enjoyed an easy and comfortable relationship. Around him there was no need to put on airs or to cast myself in a better light than my traditional drab and dim illumination. Around him I could just be me. That was so nice. In time I began to notice that something had changed. He seemed to be more tired, more not himself. Truly my heart broke when I learned that he had cancer, and that the doctors offered no real hope. Because I worked nearby, and because his wife worked at a more distant location, I shared my midday meals with him. Whatever weak soup or soggy sandwich I offered, he accepted with simple, pure, real gratitude. With a heavy heart, I watched him slip away bit by bit over the days and weeks that followed. As his body weakened, I occasionally got a glimpse of the strongest man I have ever known. Truly, this man was a giant. Never have I seen such gratitude, such courage, such hope, and such kindness. Through his pain, he freely offered these things, and that he could do it from the bottom of his terrible reality served then and serves now as an example of the kind of man I want to be. I hope to be. Then one day there was an anxious knock at the door. His wife was there. She needed me to help get him in the car for one more trip to the hospital. I carefully lifted his weak and wasted body and slid him onto the passenger seat. As I attempted to back out and close the door, he reached up and took my hand. I stopped and looked down. This was his last trip. He would never come home again. He knew it. I knew it. His body was wasted, his strength gone. Yet through his pain, this giant of a man shared one final life lesson with me. You see, he had developed a friendship with my teenage daughter, who was going through a rough patch at the time. With all the reasons to think of himself, to worry about himself, he thought instead of her. Great sobs shook his body again and again as he expressed his love for her and gave me final instructions and encouragement to pass along. I thought of the Savior. No greater love. I never saw him again. His name is Fred Tompkinson. I am honored that he once called me friend.